Look like he got some network issue.
Lanir, are you able to hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. There's some problem in the computer, so I have to come to the cell phone.
Ah, good. We hear you very well. And we see you.
Oh, okay.
It's very good.
Welcome to all of you. Thank you for suffering. Okay. Today, the topic is what is liberation, and if anybody interested to share their idea on the topic on liberation, they can share their idea first, and afterwards I can say something related to liberation, because the liberation is it is considered as the highest thing in all spiritual seeking, enlightenment and liberation. We have already seen what is enlightenment. Today we are going to see what is liberation. So what is liberation? You can share your ideas first. Anybody is speaking? I am unable to hear anything.
No, sure, Bagavath, nobody is speaking.
Oh, nobody is speaking. So everybody is liberated. So what is their liberation? What do we mean by liberation? What is the meaning of liberation? If everybody will have an idea, everybody will be have some meaning related to the word liberation. They simply say, we can just some conversation, just like a conversation, we can share our idea.
Yeah, I can start maybe.
What is the meaning of liberation?
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I can start. So liberation is, literally that there is no work, right? That's liberation, when there is no work to be done. And of course, this relates to the inner world. I can't say it's my daily experience, but I can understand and maybe glimpses of why it's liberating to understand that whatever happens is okay.
Is there, is it all?
Yeah,
No.
it should be simple, right?
Okay, okay, very good, very good. Nice for your contribution. Okay. Hmm.
I can say something also.
Hmm.
So, in my view, liberation is that there's no inner contradiction inside oneself.
Hmm.
And even if there is an inner contradiction, there's no problem with that also.
Hmm.
So it's a kind of a flow of emotion and thoughts and sensation from
Hmm.
to moment, and there is no there's no disturbance in that. And if there is disturbance, it's also part of the flow, and there is no problem with that.
Okay. Okay.
Can I say something here?
Oh.
Can I say something here?
I can say something, Nirmalanaya. Okay.
From the mind, a lot of thoughts come out of it, like a river. And some thoughts from our past experience or past actions, the emotion can come out as well. So whatever comes inside, just don't do anything. Just let the river flow. And if that particular thought need any action outside, and take it and work it whatever way you want to do it.
Okay.
So leave the inner mind. Don't disturb it. Just let it flow like this. Thank you. Ian.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. And I can also say that liberation things as they are without our disturbance. I know that according to you, it's just things as they are, without my second edition. But the word, as it seems to me, as it sounds to me, so it means as it is without no disturbance. How I would say it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Can I say something?
Oh, okay. Okay.
I think
Okay.
for me, liberation is being free from thoughts and being free from the past.
Free from the past.
The past, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Oh, any other interested to share their ideas? Lanier, shall I say something?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, please.
So, actually, the liberation is a living thing. Whatever is a living thing means it is moment by moment new. It cannot be old. So that is the meaning of a living thing. So in this way, if we take our psychological aspect, it has to be new moment by moment. So then only we can say it is a living thing. But for example, if we have some good emotion, we want to capture such good emotion forever. In this way, if we have some painful emotion, we want to be free from those emotions. But actually, each and every moment is moment by moment new. Old has gone, new has come. So that is the natural moment. That is the natural sequence, natural flowing, natural happening of all our psychological thing. So it is moment by moment new. So only because of certain ideas, we want to stop the natural process, natural flow of our psychological system. We want to capture something. We want to regulate the function. So for the external use, we have to use. We can make use of our mind, make use of our emotion, make use of our aptitude towards the external actions. But psychological in itself, we have no work to correct itself. We have no work to shape itself. So if you give total freedom to the psychological system, the freedom means not from our interference. If you do not give any interference with the natural flow of our mind, our mind becomes moment by moment new. So there cannot be any old. It is moment by moment new. So that is the natural function, natural system of our mind. So we need not we need not bring liberation. It is already there. The each and everything, every moment, our mind is functioning in a liberated state. So it is the natural state of our mind. So we have to name it as a liberated mind. But even if you have not named as liberation, it is already in liberation. Only because of our disturbance, so here, so what we have to understand is the natural state of our mind. So that is the natural state, natural function. It is moment by moment new. It is a living thing. So in this way, we have to understand, and it comes only because of our enlightenment. So only because when we enlighten, that we have no business to separate our mind, separate the function of our mind, then only we are able to give freedom to the function of our mind. So for that, our understanding is important. Our understanding is essential. Then only we can come to a conclusion that we have no work related to the function of our mind. So we have to consider with related to the external work. External work is concerned, we have to do some, give some idea, give some regulations to the mind to function with related to the external world. But the psychological world is concerned, we have to understand by itself we have no business, we have no work to regulate. It has to function this way, it should not function that way. We have no program like this. We have to understand psychological function of our mind is concerned. We have to give total freedom. We have only because of our interference alone, it creates some problem within itself. So the idea, the understanding that we have no work with related to the function of our mind is we are known as the enlightenment or the correct understanding. So if we have the correct understanding, then we give total freedom to the function of our mind. When the mind gets freedom from our intellect, the mind, our emotions are functioning in a free flow of our consciousness, free flow of our emotions. So in the free flow of our emotions, it can be considered as a liberated function of our psychological system. So that is liberation, or that is the highest thing and the natural thing of the mind. And Lanier, you can summarize the question and answer, or and other anything you want to say in your own language.
Okay, Shri Bagavath. So, השחרור לפי שרי בגבד הוא קיים מרגע לרגע, הוא דבר חי, לא דבר סטטי. הוא לא משהו שאנחנו צריכים להשיג, לא משהו שאנחנו צריכים לרכוש מחדש. הוא נמצא כאן ועכשיו. הבעיה שלנו היא שאנחנו רוצים להחזיק דברים מסוימים ורוצים לסלק דברים אחרים. כשאנחנו עושים את זה, אנחנו יוצרים הפרעה בזרם של התודעה שלנו. כאשר על ידי הערה, על ידי ההבנה שמגיעה מתוך החקירה, אנחנו מגיעים למסקנה שאין לנו עבודה לעשות בעולם הפנימי. האינטלקט כביכול משחרר את האחיזה שלו בתודעה, ברגשות, והוא מניח להם לזרום בחופשיות. הזרימה הזאת בחופשיות מרגע לרגע של התודעה, אפשר לכנות את הזרימה הזאת שחרור. ואת ההבנה שמוליכה שמובילה לשחרור, אפשר לקרוא לה הערה. אז אם נסכם, השחרור על פי שרי בגבד, זה פשוט הזרימה הבלתי מופרעת של התודעה מרגע לרגע, חופשייה מהתערבות של האינטלקט, של האגו, איך שלא תרצו לקרוא לזה, תפקוד טבעי ונורמלי של ההכרה שלו. That's it, Shri Bagavath.
Okay. And now we can go to the discussion session. If anybody wants to discuss on the point of view, most of us have the correct idea. There is no deviation from the central point. Everybody is having the correct idea. So the discussion may be very minimal because we are already in correct way. And if you have some idea or question, we can discuss.
Okay. I can say something. I have a question. When you say mind and intellect, are these two things two different things, or are they the same? Because I'm asking because somehow there is this idea, at least in my mind, that the mind is always the past, and the mind is always some kind of a disturbance. I mean, it is operating constantly, almost, and it is only in the past. It's based on knowledge, and somehow the idea is that there is something under the mind, which the mind is seated on, and that source of the mind is somehow if we are based in this source, then the mind will be just like a little kid, which knows its place and can function more in a more correct way or without the disturbance. So I'm asking: is the mind and the intellect, aren't they the same thing?
So here, some substratum, the basic structure of our mind may be in a form of consciousness or anything, or awareness or anything. But if you have if you capture or if you rest upon the awareness, it's all right. Our efficiency or our anything will be very normal, will be good. So, but we cannot. But it is a regular practice. It is a practice, and the effect from that practice, we can keep ourselves for some time. But at the same time, we have to use our mind. We have to use our brain. We have to use our intellect. So in the mind, we name it as mind, but it is divided into two parts. One is the emotional aspect. The other one is the intellectual aspect. The intellect, all our intellect is only having the past knowledge. And with the help of the past knowledge alone, we have to move to the future also. So we can invent future only because of the past knowledge. So it is only the practical thing. So here, the available thing for our practical world is only the emotional portion of our mind and the intellectual portion of our mind. Here, we have to have some arrangement, what we have to do with related to the intellectual thing, what is the duty of the emotional part. Here, the liberation concerned with the emotional part of our mind. If we give total freedom to our the emotions, and our intellect does not give any disturbance to the emotion, the emotion will go away naturally, freely. But at the same time, if we want to rest upon the substratum of our mind, that is the awareness on the basis of our mind, it is also possible. But here we have to abandon all the work, all the external work. We have to keep ourselves always in a good state. So it is a kind of meditation. So in case of meditation, but it is only for the beginners, so we can do such kind of meditation. But afterwards, we have to move to the second step. The second step is the understanding what is the intellectual part and what is the emotional part, and what is the actual relationship between the intellect and the emotions. Then only we'll have the full blossomed life. But it is through meditation, if we have a good state, it is a designed state, and it cannot be a continuous, it cannot be a perfect state. For the time being, it may be okay. But if you are able to continuously dwell upon the awareness of anything, it will also create some problem in our body, in our bodily sensation, and our other problem also. So for the time being, you can use that as a form of meditation. We can make use of that.
Yes, but I don't mean that that the awareness, we should do something with it. I'm only saying that maybe a liberated mind, what we call liberated mind, the mind without interference, is in a way dwelling or seated in something which is deeper than the functional mind. I mean, is the mind will be the same as its source, or I don't know if I'm.
Source is what? Source is, you mean by awareness or something else? What is the source of?
I don't know. But it seems like the mind is some external layer of something which is more deeper. And it seems like if you are only in this external layer, then you are moving a lot, and you are here and there, and if you are more connected to this thing that is deeper, what is happening when you are not interfering? Actually, if you are interfering, then you are in this external layer. But if you are not interfering with your mind, then it seems like you are not seated somehow in the mind, but in what's the mind is sitting on. I don't know if I don't know. Maybe just maybe it's not
so it
quick to think
is
like
a kind of arrangement. It is a kind of meditation. It is a kind of arrangement. But actually, what we know, what we feel, only the expression. But if we want to separate the expression into the source of itself, so that means we don't mind the expression, and we have to keep ourselves in the basis of our expression. That is a kind of meditation.
But this
So
is not
that kind of
sorry.
so if it is in the form of meditation alone, we can do it. But if it is it is not a natural thing. So the natural thing is that the expression is the natural thing. So what is expressed has to disappear. The appearance and disappearance is the natural flow of our consciousness. And that is the conscious expression of our emotion and everything. But before that expression, some basis may be there. That is known as the awareness. The awareness is the basis of consciousness, and the awareness is there. The awareness is the source of our consciousness. But the consciousness, whether the consciousness has any duty to return back to the awareness. So that is, it may have, it may do. For the time being, we can keep it, we can do it as a meditation. Otherwise, we need not take it as a work, as a regular work.
yes. Okay.
Lanny, you can enumerate in Hebrew.
אוקיי, אז אושרת שאלה...
Question and answer, both.
אוקיי.
Okay.
אושרת שאלה לגבי זה שיש לה הרגשה שהמיינד, בעצם הנפש או ההכרה שלנו, היא רק שכבה חיצונית, שכבה עליונה של משהו יותר עמוק, שאפשר לקרוא לו המודעות. העניין היה, האם... בהתחלה היא שאלה לגבי האם האינטלקט והנפש הם אחד, והאם שניהם מונחים על משהו יותר עמוק. אז שרי בגבת ענה שהוא מחלק את המיינד לשתיים, הוא מחלק את המיינד גם לאינטלקט ולרגשות. האינטלקט הוא מבוסס כולו על העבר. כן? זה המחשבות שלנו, הזיכרונות שלנו, התקוות שלנו לעתיד שמבוססות על העבר למעשה. ואותו אינטלקט, על מנת שיהיה שחרור, צריך להפסיק ולהתערב בזרימה הטבעית של הרגשות, שהן בעצם התגובה המיידית למה שקורה עכשיו. לא מה שהייתי רוצה שיהיה או מה שאני חושב שאמור להיות, אלא מה שקורה עכשיו. זה לגבי האינטלקט והרגשות. עכשיו, היה עוד דיון בשאלה הזאת לגבי המודעות. אז מבחינת שרי בגבת, הדבר העיקרי הוא בעצם זה שאנחנו נותנים חופש לרגשות שלנו לנוע מרגע לרגע. לעומת הניסיון לשהות במקור של המים, שאפשר לקרוא לו התודעה, המודעות, או מה שלא יהיה, ולנסות ללכת לשם, ולשהות שם. מבחינת שרי בגבת זה בסדר גמור לעשות את זה, אבל זה מה שנקרא מדיטציה. זה השלב הראשון, שלב מכין, שחלק מהאנשים עוברים דרכו, לא כולם, לא חייב, שבה הם בעצם עוזבים את המים ומרכזים ושוהים במה שהוא מעבר למים, במקור של המים, בתוך המודעות, או המקור של תחושת האני, יש לזה הרבה שמות, ה-I-am, או איך שלא תרצו לקרוא לזה. אבל כשאתה עושה את זה, אז בעצם, מה קורה? אתה בעצם, אתה מכניס עוד פעם את עצמך מהדלת האחורית, נכון? אז זה עוד פעם האני שם, שמתחפש לשוטר, והוא מנסה עכשיו למצוא מקום יותר טוב עבור מי? עבור עצמו. אז לא טוב לו במיינד, אז הוא עכשיו הולך למודעות, והוא רוצה להיות שם. וכמובן שהוא לא יכול להיות שם לתמיד, אז הוא הולך וחוזר וכל פעם. וזה שוב אותה פעולה של האני, שמנסה למצוא מקום יותר טוב עבור עצמו. זה יכול להיות טוב בהתחלה, אבל באיזשהו שלב, אתה חייב לראות את זה, אנחנו חייבים לראות את זה, שזה בסך הכל עוד פעולה של האני, בסך הכל עוד פעולה של האגו שמחפש הגנה מפני החיים. ואז מגיע השלב שבו יש פשוט כניעה למה שיש. והאינטלקט מפסיק לנסות לתמרן את העולם הפנימי, על מנת למצוא לעצמו מקום יותר טוב לשהות בו. ואז יש את השחרור ששרי בגבת מדבר על הזרימה הטבעית מרגע לרגע של הרגשות כפי שהן, בלי לנסות לעשות איתם שום דבר, לא להתמיר אותם ולא ללכת לפה, ללכת לשם, אלא המציאות כפי שהיא מרגע לרגע. That's it, Shri Bhagavan.
Okay. If I say something in other words, so if our intellect is not interfering with the conscious expressions, what is happening is that the basic awareness is functioning. The basic awareness is functioning through the emotions, and it has some connections. So only the intellect giving disturbance, it having some prominent role. If the intellect does not having any prominent role, the basic awareness and the consciousness joins hands with each other, and the basic awareness alone is expressed in the form of consciousness. So there is no difference between the basic awareness and the consciousness. Both are having saving food and saving expression. It is in the same way. There is no awareness, there is no consciousness. Awareness and consciousness goes together. And whenever the intellect is giving disturbance, the basic awareness is separated and the consciousness is separated. And the consciousness have some idea with the intellect, and the consciousness alone give importance to the life. And if you do not, if the intellect does not interfere with the natural functioning of our consciousness or emotions, the basic awareness takes the role, and the basic awareness joins with the emotions, and there is no difference between the basic awareness and the consciousness. And you can translate him.
אז שרי בגבת העלה פה עוד רעיון חשוב, עוד דרך להסתכל על העניין. זה תמיד אותו דבר, אז רק כל פעם מנסים להסתכל על זה מזווית קצת אחרת. דיבר על זה שכאשר בעצם אין התערבות מצד האינטלקט בזרימה הטבעית של הרגשות, קורה איזשהו איחוד, קורה איזשהו בלנדינג, קורה איזשהו התרכבות יחד של מה שהוא קורא basic awareness, הטבע האמיתי שלנו, המודעות הבסיסית, לבין התודעה היותר שטחית כביכול, המיינד שלנו. אז זה כאילו האגו הקטן שלנו, אני הקטן, מהווה איזשהו חיץ בין התודעה הבסיסית לבין המיינד שלנו. ברגע שהאגו הקטן שלנו זז, זאת אומרת, והתזוזה הזאת, זה אומר שהוא בעצם מפסיק להתערב ומפסיק לנסות להיות המלך בעולם הפנימי, הוא מבין את התפקיד שלו, הוא זז הצידה, אז נוצרת אחדות בין הטבע האמיתי שלנו לבין הרגשות, המחשבות והתחושות, הם הופכים להיות אחד. ואז הביטוי שלהם בעצם, המחשבות, הרגשות והתחושות הופכות להיות ביטוי ישיר של הטבע האמיתי שלנו, של הטבע הבסיסי שלנו. That's it.
Okay, thank you.
אפשר לשאול משהו?
Okay, you can say anything.
Okay. I will ask in Hebrew, please, okay?
Okay, you can ask in Hebrew and I will take it translate.
מה שאני מנסה לתמצת את כל ההסבר הזה, ואני מבין שבעצם אז להיות משהו שאנחנו שולטים בו, או לצורך העניין לא שולטים, או שולטים זה לא המילה נכונה, אולי יותר אולי מודעים אליו, או שהטבע הבסיסי הוא יותר יותר חופשי, נקרא לזה. זה הכוונה פחות או יותר, או שאני פספסתי?
אלי, היית קטוע חלק מהזמן, אז לא שמעתי אותך.
אוקיי. עכשיו שומעים אותי טוב?
כן.
אוקיי, אז אני אחזור על השאלה. אני שואל אם התמצות של ההסבר הזה בעצם שברגע שאנחנו מזיזים את האגו או את הרצון שלנו, אז בעצם המחשבות שלנו והטבע הבסיסי שלנו הופך להיות יותר חופשי.
המחשבות שלנו והטבע הבסיסי שלנו הופך יותר חופשי. אוקיי, בסדר. שבי בגבת, Eli is asking is if he understands correctly when the intellect stop interfering with the flow of the emotions. Is it that our nature becomes more free? Is it that our thoughts and emotions become more free? Is that what you mean?
No, free. Everything will be free. So because the basic structure is the emotions. So if the emotion is free, the thought, all our functions will be in the freedom. So because the basic structure of our mind is our emotions. If the emotion is free, so the different kind of mind will be functioning. So everything, our thought, our actions, everything will be in the free flow. If our emotions are disturbed, so all our actions will be disturbed.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I have a question on meditation.
Okay.
So if what you do in meditation is just let what happen and not interfere, how is it different from? I mean, is it's just the sitting posture, or what makes it a meditation versus doing that? It's just simpler because there is less interference, but it's not about going someplace else. It's about just letting whatever happens. I'm just not sure I understand why meditation or this type of meditation is not the same as mind not interfering with emotions.
So certain type of meditation, we have to take the sitting posture alone. Otherwise, we cannot have some progress. But most of the meditation can be very casual. You know, doing all our work alone, along with your work, along with your day-to-day work, we can go along with the meditation. So here we have to fixing the focus and attention of your mind to a certain point or certain some consciousness or anything. So you can do it along with your daily work. So it is a normal way of meditation, but some special kind of meditation, sitting posture alone will be helpful. Then only you can go deep within yourself.
Okay, so the fine point is that it's about fixing your attention on one point versus not fixing on anything, just letting whatever happens happen.
Okay, it is a fixing of our mind, fixing your consciousness upon a particular point.
But if I'm sitting and not fixing my attention on anything, it's just whatever happens happen. There is no fixation on anything. It's just sitting there and letting whatever happens. Do you still call it a meditation, or just?
But when you do it as a work, it is a kind of meditation. Whether you allow everything to flow and during the posture of a sitting, it is a kind of meditation because it is a work. It can be considered as a meditation, but what is the wrong of considering it is a meditation? Let it be
It's
as
not,
a meditation.
yeah, no, it's not. Yeah, it's not wrong. It's just that I'm trying to understand the distinction between this type of
So
state
anyhow,
of.
we have to separate our mind. That is a kind of meditation. If you do it as a work, it is a meditation.
Right. So right now I'm talking to you, and I'm aware that I'm talking to you, and I'm just aware of what's happening, right? But is
so
it? This is a meditation. This is meditation. I mean,
the awareness is natural, but if you deliberately do some awareness of doing your work, doing your talking or anything, if you deliberately create some awareness of that, it is a kind of meditation. If you do it, but anyhow, if you do it unconsciously, the awareness will be there. But we cannot delete the awareness. It is already there. Whether you understand, whether you focus your attention on awareness or not, the awareness will be already there. But when you deliberately attend our awareness and we get conscious of our awareness, it is a kind of meditation because there is some work.
Okay,
but
so
it
maybe
doesn't matter. Let it be a work, let it be a meditation, doesn't matter.
no, it doesn't matter. And can you say something about the state of no meditation, but letting the natural flow happen? I mean, how is it different? A state of meditation versus a state where it's not a meditation.
So in the state without it is when it is not a meditation, that we have not any idea to shape our mind. So here some expectation to shape our mind is required here in the form of meditation. But in the natural work, so psychological world is concerned, we have to, if it is natural, but our work is only to the external world alone, we have to, the work is needed only to the external work. But in the psychological world is concerned, we need not have any work. If we have some work in the psychological world, it will be in the form of meditation. So that is the difference. If we, somewhere or other, we can have some work within our mind. So if we have a desirable work, it is a kind of meditation.
So if I understand correctly, the basic difference is whether there is intentional effort or there is no effort at all. Whenever there is intentional effort, it would be a meditation. Whenever there is no effort at all, it's just really natural. You know, you are in a state where things come and go and you simply don't interfere. It's happening naturally without any effort. That's the state of liberation.
Like a natural state, if it is in the natural state, it is in the liberated phase. But if it is a designed work, it is a kind of meditation. Whatever result comes out of meditation, it is the effect of the meditation. And but at the same time, if there is no effect of meditation, the natural flow alone will be there.
Yeah.
In the natural flow, it can be considered as a liberation.
So this state of no effort,
This
you
type
cannot,
of
no effort. This of natural state, you cannot make it happen.
okay.
You cannot keep it. You cannot lose it. It just either it happens or it doesn't happen.
Oh yeah. So we have no expectation with related to the expression of consciousness. So whatever have expressed, we have to go along with that. That is natural. We are not deliberately going along with that. We are going along with naturally, and not with any intention to go along with that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, our work is only in the external world. The external world, whatever you do, we have to deliberately do. We have to do with some effort. Without effort, we cannot proceed in the external world. So everything must be in the form of effort.
Right.
But in the psychological world alone, we have to understand. The understanding up to the state of understanding, we have some work. After understanding, whatever comes in the psychological world, we have a general conclusion that we have no work. And that conclusion will take care of itself.
Yeah, but it can take time until it happens, right?
Until need not wait for anything.
Yeah.
So if we wait, the time comes. If you do not wait for anything, then there is no place for time.
If I cannot do it, then I have to wait. I mean, there is no other option, right? Either it's not my effort that can take me there. It's just my understanding.
So our understanding is concerned, we have to come to a conclusion that we have no work.
Yeah.
So whether you have to come to a correct conclusion or not, that alone you have to deserve some work. Whether we have to come to a correct conclusion or not, whether we have to work more than this for our conclusion, we have to inquire more and more and arrive to a conclusion. So arriving to a conclusion, we may need some effort. But after getting the conclusion, the conclusion will take care of everything.
Okay, thank you.
Sri Bagavath, can I ask a small question in refer to this?
Okay.
Is there a stage where all the outward action become liberated also, so that I don't interfere in my action also? I mean, I I act, my action is only what is happening naturally. No effort, no interfering. I don't interfere my inner and my outer. Is there a stage like this?
So the external work is concerned, because we are related to some extent. In the external work, we are having some option, this we have to do, this we need not do. But when there are many work, where there are many incidents, many things happening in the external world, that may be liberated, that we have no concern with that. But what we are concerned with, what are the work that we have some connection. So when we are connected with some work, connected with some aspect of the work, to that extent we have to put our effort on that line. But we may take everything is doing by the God, or everything may coming in a natural way. If you think, if you conclude like this, we may have some good emotion out of that. For that, we can make use of that, because otherwise, if you are the only person to deal with everything, we may have some burden within yourself, and we have some stress and within yourself. If you want to free from the stress, psychological stress, we can shift the other thing. We can shift the burden to in the hands of God, or in the hands of nature. That everything will, the God will look after, nature will look after, and we can shift your burden. Then we can have some release within our mind. We can free from the stress of your mind. So it is a strategy to make you free from the stress.
But can it be that all my action is natural also with no effort?
So action, we have some effort, but with related to the psychological function, all the emotions comes naturally, but we cannot create emotion. Emotions are unnatural. It is not artificial, but works, all our actions are artificial. We have to do, we have to plan our action.
Yes, but I know, but I'm talking of a state when I do only what is happening naturally. And I do a lot because God is also action. God is action. And if you are free, so God is doing everything through you, but you don't interfere. You don't block it. You let it happen through you, but God is doing it, not you. Life is doing it. And then action is also liberated. Is there a stage like this?
So if you have such kind of idea, that will also work. You will have a peace of mind within yourself.
Yes.
It will also work.
Yes. And it's also like what I don't feel, what my heart don't do, I don't do. Like I do, I'm one with my heart. Oh, my heart is the action. Can it be like this, a stage like this?
Okay, but God is doing through yourself. So you are doing because God is doing through you. So you can have the idea like this. If you have the idea like this, you can have a peace of mind for yourself. It will also work. It will also work.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Lanir, two sets of question and answers. And if you able to translate Hebrew in both aspect. To the other, Danny has also say something, and after that, this lady has say something. You summarize both the cases and the answers.
אוקיי, אז שתי שאלות מעניינות מאוד. אחת של דני, שהוא התחיל ואמר מה ההבדל בין מדיטציה, מה ההבדל בין מדיטציה בישיבה, שאתה לא עושה שום דבר, ואתה לא מנסה לסלק או להיאחז בשום דבר, לבין המצב ששרי בגבת מדבר עליו. אז היו חילופי דברים בין דני לשרי בגבת, ובסופו של דבר, השורה התחתונה הייתה שההבדל היחידי הוא כשאתה מתיישב למדיטציה, אתה מנסה באופן מודע לאפשר להכל להיות כמו שהוא. וכאן שבגבת מדבר על מצב שבו מתוך ההבנה קורה את ה-letting go. אין letting go רצוני, וולונטרי, אלא מתוך ההבנה שלך שהדברים הם, שאין סיבה להתערב, יש letting go, יש עזיבה של העולם הפנימי, או שאתה יושב ואתה באופן מודע נותן להכל להיות כמו שהוא, אז זה ההבדל. זה מה שאני הבנתי מהשיחה, בין שרי בגבת לדני. ובנוגע למה שגלית שאלה את שרי בגבת, היא שאלה אותו האם אנחנו יכולים להגיע לאיזשהו שלב שבו לא רק העולם הפנימי שלנו מתנהל בטבעיות וללא התערבות, אלא גם הפעולות שלנו הן קורות בטבעיות וללא ההתערבות שלנו. אז בהבנה שלי של מה ששרי בגבת ענה זה שהפעולה החיצונית היא תמיד מגיעה מלווה בסוג של מאמץ. בכל זאת אנחנו צריכים להחליט, צריך לעשות את זה או לא צריך לעשות את זה. אבל אם יש לך את הרעיון שהטבע פועל דרכך, או אלוהים פועל דרכך, אז גם השחרור יכול להגיע דרך זה. כי אז בעצם אין עליך את המעמסה של אני עשיתי ואני פועל ועשיתי טוב או לא עשיתי טוב, אלא אתה מאמין, יש לך את האמונה החזקה שהאלוהים פועל דרכך, או שהטבע פועל דרכך. ואתה רק מכשיר שבאמצעותו פעולות נעשות. כל המטען של האם אני פועל נכון, מה עשיתי, למה אמרתי את זה, לא הייתי צריך להגיד את זה, למה אני לא עושה יותר מדי, למה אני עושה פחות מדי, כל המעמסה הזאת נושרת מעליך. אתה מרגיש רק מכשיר שדרכו הדברים קורים, והוא אומר שזה גם יכול לעבוד דרך טובה לשחרור. That's it, Sri Bagavath.
Okay. The time is over. Shall we conclude today and we'll meet next week?
Okay. We'll meet on Monday or Sunday?
Monday we can continue as Monday, because Sunday sometimes we have to take some leave in the Sundays. So Monday is always free, because for me Monday is also free. So we can have it for Monday alone, and every Monday we can. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank
bye.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks very much. Thanks. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Sri Bagavath.
Bye. Good morning.